Hello, this is Cody, or OG Tat, whichever you prefer, and I am going to be doing my picks for UFC 100, which is a huge milestone. And although I think it's a really nice stat card, it almost feels like it's missing someone or something, you know. I almost wish it had one of those marquee matchups you never get, you know, in any other cards. Like, sometimes you get really good. The whole Randy Couture versus Chuck Liddell series, that's landmark. Or when Vanderlei versus Chuck Liddell, that's another good one. It just seems like it needs, you know, either a Randy Couture in there or Chuck Liddell or, I don't know, just anyone else. Maybe even a retro match. I don't know. That's just me. It's still a great card. I'm not knocking it in any way. I'm just saying it's almost missing something that's made it so great. Almost, I'd even include Forrest Griffin in that list of people. You know, I'd love to see Forrest just pop up on this card. But there be if that Silva Forrest fight was on this card, I would just say it's gonna be the best card ever. But I can't quite say that. But it looks good. Gonna go through the undercard real fast. TJ Grant versus Dong Hong Kim. Gonna go Dong Hong Kim. Matt Grice versus Shannon Garrity. Matt Grice. CB Dalloway versus Tom Lawler. I hate when they make these matches where you want to pick against CB, but you think he's going to win anyway. So I'm going to go with Dalloway. John Jones versus Jake O'Brien. You know, what the UFC doesn't want to happen, I think, is for Jake O'Brien to win. And I'm tempted to pick him almost, but I think John Jones, I mean, after that fight with Bonner, everyone's on his bandwagon. I'm gonna go John Jones, but yeah, I hope he does good here, and I hope it's not a boring fight. I'm just gonna put it that way. Mac Danzig versus Jim Miller. Well, that's a hard one. Miller. I don't like Danzig, so Miller. Stephan Bonner versus Mark Coleman. Bonner. Yeah. Then we get to the main card. Yoshiro Kamiyama versus Alan Belcher. Yoshiro is that guy that was caught greasing, I think. Oh, that's a hard one because he has a really nice record. Although you don't know how much of it was because of the grease. I'll just say Alan Belcher. Kid's strong, you know, he got good Muay Thai now. He trained up there for a few weeks and now he dresses all like him and stuff, and sure, why not? Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson. That is a good fight. Well, it's a good fight because you don't know who's going to win. It could end up being a bad fight entertainment-wise. I mean, if it ends up like Chris Lieben versus Bisping, and I'd hate for it to end up that way. I don't think Dan will, you know, be that stupid. Sorry, Lieben. To kind of just, you know, follow along just looking for power while Bisping comes in every once in a while and does his Machida impersonation. So I think Dan Henderson will win by decision. Why not? But yeah, that's gonna be that's an interesting one to me. It's interesting, not as, you know, it could be a great fight, but more of the lines of what will happen. You know, how it'll play out, because it could be very boring, but it'd be interesting still. It's hard to explain. John Fitch versus Paulo Thiago, and Thiago's that guy that KO'd what's his name, Koscheck, and it's a hard one, but I mean, I think Fitch is going to win. I mean, Paulo's just too early in this game, you know, to tell how good he is, or if that was, I don't want to say fluke, because it wasn't a fluke. He was going to try to hurt him, and he hurt him. But, you know, you still don't know. I think Josh Koscheck just kind of underestimated him in that fight, so I think John Fitch will get the win here. And then you got champ George St. Pierre versus Thiago Alves, or Alves. It's not Alves, it's Alves. I hope it's Alves. And this is kind of a weird matchup because GSP, I mean, his only weakness so far was that loss to Matt Serra, pretty much. And who has good strength? Thiago. So, I mean, it's scary for me because I'm backing GSP in this fight. I got him to win it. But in the back of my head, I think, wow, Thiago, you know, hit a shot to the temple or chin, I guess. I'm really, the only thing we've seen him weaken, though, was the temple from Sarah. So, gonna go with GSP, but it could happen. It's happened before, people. And then we got the champ, Brock Lesnar. I hate saying that. Versus interim champ, Frank Mir. Heavyweight title unification. Which is really pro wrestling. It just, it looks weak that way when you say it that way. But anyway, Frank Mir did it once. I believe he could do it again. I don't think Brock Lesnar can learn the ground game fast enough to not lose here. It's just one of those things that takes longer to learn. He may stand more with Mir here, but Mir has shown improved striking when the big Nog fight. So I got Mir. I like Mir because of the experience mainly, and because he knows the ground game in and out. While Lesnar, you know, he's still new to it, and that's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to learn, I think. You know, he can win this one still, and I'd still say, you know, he has a weakness in the ground game because it takes so much time, and you don't really know how seriously he's taking it. You know, a lot of people just want to ride on the talents they already have, and he has, you know, strong stand-up, takedowns, ground and pound, wrestling. You know, he has all this great stuff, but he's got that one hole, and I think Frank Mir is going to take advantage of that one hole. That doesn't sound right. And win the fight, become your champ, which is really interesting because I mean that's a real full circle. If Mir's able to win here, that's pretty awesome. I give Mir credit for you know, picking himself up by the bootstraps and getting back to this point in the game where he could actually become the official world title, heavyweight title, whatever, holder world title. That is wrestling. So yeah, those are my picks for UFC 100. Hope it's good. Should be good. Hope they deliver, though. They should deliver. I want them to deliver. I hope Dana gives them a pep talk. A really good pep talk about, you know, how important it is to put on a good show for this card, because it's getting a lot of, you know, press and coverage and stuff. And, you know, you need to go out there. I bet the bonuses here are outlandish. So these guys should be, they should be motivated to go out there and win it. So yeah, those are my picks. See you later. Hope it's a great card. I really do. It'll mean a lot to MMA if it is.